welcome to our Two Posh podcast. I'm Gabrielle. I am here with my co-host Bernie.
Hello.
Marcella's still out with the flu, but we have her on the phone.
We are missing
Trooper.
you.
Hello.
Hi, Stella. Hanging in there as we are batching our shows today. And actually, someone asked this question on Twitter about who batches shows. And it was very interesting because when I get into talking to a lot of other podcasters, it's people, they don't really know that much about it.
No,
What is batching? What is
Meaning
batching?
what we're doing today, we're
recording
a lot of shows because we want to make sure that we have shows through the
That's
Christmas
honestly
holiday.
like a studio thing. Like we only book in 2-hour segments here, so we have a lot of people that do multiple shows at one time.
Mhm.
No kidding.
But lots of other people that are new or whatever, they don't know
Yeah.
what it's about. So it was very interesing.
Yeah, you just got to keep things in mind. Like if you're talking about current events, you don't want to.
No, you don't want to talk about it, right?
You want like non-time sensitive stuff when you record multiple shows.
Right.
Interesting.
Welcome, Spider.
Oh yeah,
Thank
hey,
you.
here we go.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, Spider. There you go. Put us in the mood.
Wait, hold up. That's not the mood I want to be in with you guys today.
Oh.
What was the one you just had on?
I know. I made a mistake.
Oh, you made a mistake. Well, this episode, you guys, I found out about this. I find out about so many new things lately, but this I found interesting because, we all know in LA and California is so expensive to live.
Oh my God. It's
So
crazy.
there is something new that they have started, and it is pods, basically, where people can rent pods. It's
Pods?
matching tattoos, pod marriages, and strictly no sex. How renters in LA and San Francisco are opting to live in communal pods and shelving out $1,200 a month for the latest trend.
I'm confused about.
There is pictures here. It looks like, what would you say? It's like a bunch of bunk beds.
Looks like a day camp, summer camp or something.
This is the latest trend.
Like a hostel.
Wow.
Kind of, yes. It provides co-living 50 square foot pods in 6 locations in California. So basically your living area is 50 square feet. Tenants are known as pedestrians, and everyone gets a bed, a locker, and a TV. And such is the power
Holy
of the
shit.
pod that some of those living there are now opting to get tattoos of the company's logo and are known by their pod number.
What?
What?
Are they giving them money for that? Because if not, y'all are fucking stupid.
But here, think about it, right? I agree 100% with you first off. And when I say this, but if you're young and you're trying to make it in Hollywood, I can see this being something big. Like I can see it if you don't have any kids, you have no life, but I agree with you.
The old studio we were in was 109 square feet. You're talking about half of that size.
Oh.
Yeah, but you have
That's not even room for a bed.
But they're set up like bunk beds.
Yeah.
And it looks like you have a whole house. I'm confused on how you have 50 square feet if you have the whole house, though.
It's well, we'll find out how that goes. Podshare operates a no-sex policy with quiet time between 10 p.m. and 10 a.m.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Marcella, can you imagine that?
I can't. Don't want any of that.
No, not at all. It's $1,200.
Even those visiting may only wait for 20 minutes before paying a day rate.
Wow.
Damn, they're nickel and diming people.
Man, well, but here's the thing. If you're the person who put this on and you have people renting it, you're a fucking genius.
No doubt.
Big time.
For sure.
If you're renting it, though, you're a dumbass.
You're a fucking moron.
But it is also celebrating a marriage after one couple wed after meeting there.
Hey.
Oh, they
Shout
were
out to
having
them.
sex. They were totally having sex.
The founder said she wanted to provide housing security to others. It is the latest trend in affordable housing. Renters shelling out $1,200 a month to live in communal pods in Los Angeles or San Francisco, where sex is banned and residents brand themselves with matching tattoos.
Yo, like
That's crazy.
if you're banning sex, like
You're not banning sex.
Well, I mean,
you're in
you
the wrong
can't-
fucking place.
You can't be in a
you can't have sex
situation
there.
like
No, listen, I was in college and had to sit in the fucking bottom bunk while my roommate had sex on the top bunk. It only lasted like 2 minutes while I got the fuck out of there.
Dude, that's
but still,
horrible.
I had to do that shit.
That sounds
You
horrible.
can fuck wherever you want. Don't listen to these people.
Well, according to the rules here.
you can't.
Fuck
There are
those
rules. Posh, founded in 2012, provides co-ed bunk beds in 6 locations across California, which it rents for between $50 and $60 a night, amounting to between $1,000 and $1,400 a month.
But that's if you're going every day. No.
Say what, Stella?
That's not like a cheap bed.
For California, though.
It's a lot of money to pay to not be able to fuck.
Everyone gets a bed that turns into a desk, individual power outlets, a locker, a shelf, and a personal TV, and tenants are known as pedestrians. The company uses the term co-living for their 50 square foot pods. And
I mean, how do they know if you're having sex or not? I mean, they can't.
Right.
I'm sure you can hear it from your 50 fucking square foot.
Oh, God, no kidding.
And such is the power of the pod that some of those living there are now opting to get matching tattoos, giving themselves pod numbers, names like pedestrian number 366.
That's real? Seriously?
This is for real. I'm not making it up.
Man, people want to be accepted. People
are those tattoos right there?
Feel part of something. This is what they look like.
Messed up though.
Okay, these people are fucking.
They actually got a tattoo that has the pod logo, and then it says "City of Angels."
I'm saying no way as a yes. I'm looking at it now, but that's just. You are so stupid.
I'm just going to throw it out there. If any company wants to pay me to get a tattoo of their logo, I'll do that shit. Otherwise,
$15 a day if you have someone there longer than 20 minutes. That is crazy.
Yep. There's no curtains, by the way. No curtains to close off the beds. It's open for everyone to see. And
that's how they know if they're
only doors are to the bathroom privacy, and privacy can be a challenge. In fact, Posh operates a no-sex policy with quiet time between 10 and 10. Even those visiting, we found that out. Despite that, one couple have managed to take their relationship to the next level, getting married after a year after they met in the pods.
So they're having sex somewhere other than the pod.
Somewhere else.
Probably.
Posh posted images to its Facebook page. They have their own Facebook page. They met on their couch at Posh Westwood a year ago, and today they got married. Returning to take a pic of where it all began. We're so happy to be a part of their lives.
Oh, fuck that.
Look at this.
I'm angry.
Oh my God, this looks like a prison cells, you guys.
Yeah,
look at this.
Oh, yes,
they have
telling people they can and can't have sex. That is a prison.
Yeah, but would you like people to have sex when you're living there?
I could see. So I could see.
Yes,
just
if you want to fucking a small space, get after it.
Yeah, but not if you live in here, right?
No.
But I could see this being, so this is where I could see this being beneficial. Or not beneficial, but I could see it being a hit. I think in like a religious setting, the people who are trying to abstain from having sex and that are in college or something, this would never work for me, but I'm just saying I could see where that could work. Or
I don't even
quote
like
unquote
your attitude right now.
Posh makes life more affordable because there's no security deposit or cost of furnishings, and we provide flexible living.
These people are killing it.
Pod life.
Yeah, you're right. This is absolutely people trying to make it.
And this is for singles. Pod life is the future for singles, which are not looking to settle down, but focus on their startups and experience something new.
That makes more sense.
Maybe they don't have 2 months rent to put down, or they don't have proof of income. Whether it's from a divorce or their family kicked them out for being gay, or because they're in a different country or different city. I mean, it's booming. They keep building more.
I can see this being big. So now, as I hear more about this, I can see this being big in California and like Silicon Valley for these people. Like, what's there's that HBO show, whatever, called Silicon Valley, and the main guy who created, sold his company for $10 million. Those are guys who can't speak. They're so awkward.
Incubators.
Yeah, that's right. I can see that.
So it's like that. Someone had enough money to buy a place.
Okay, that makes so much more sense.
Rent it out to, but
she's in business for 7 years, and most residents were between 24 and 30.
I can see it now.
Mm-hmm. So they all turn into desks, individual power outlets, locker shelves, a personal TV.
That's kind of cool. Where they're trying to make it like a living space / working space. 50 square feet. Like what the hell can you do there? Like I feel like I can live in one room. I could live in an efficiency, but that's not 50 square feet.
But now there's a video we're looking at here, and it's 50 square feet, but it looks like there is actually living room space and whatnot. So there's room to move around.
This is interesting that this is an Austrian girl. She's from Austria. She's 23 years old, and she it's a live work exchange. So she came to the country and she's staying there and lived in a pod for more than a year. She said it is literally like a dream living by the beach. If you want to be by yourself, you can do it. Everyone respects that. But if you're bored, you just ask people if they want to go sightseeing. You always have someone to do things with. On having sex with her partner, we can go to a semi-private double room in Westwood. That's the 85-bed Posh near UCLA, which has bunk rooms with a lockable door.
Yeah. So there is a whole place to go fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Whoever came up with this idea,
shout out, man. That's fucking
there you go.
Business sense.
There you go, guys.
I hate it.
This is
smart
the new ways.
That's crazy.
Of living in LA. If you want to come there.
$1,200 a month, and there's how many in that one house?
There is, I don't know.
This is why I love Dallas. I can get a place for $1,200 a month and have 4 other people living with me that I never see.
Yeah, but you're also doing LA is so expensive. So you have $1,200. If you have $1,200 a person, you have 8 beds in there. I mean, that's $10,000 ish.
Jesus,
it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad at all.
Smart.
Yeah,
for whoever's running it.
Yeah,
very smart.
All the other people are not smart.
I think we need to call Miss Polly.
Polly. Why do I always think she's going to actually be on the phone? Because Marcella's on.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
I'm Miss Polly. Let's go to your jingle.
Yes.
This is Penis and Pussy Talk with Miss Polly.
Always everybody's favorite part,
No
Miss
kidding.
Polly. So, Miss Polly,
too.
I have a question. Someone was asking if their partner is really, really terrible in bed and their performance is not satisfying you at all. Should you tell your partner, and how do you do that the best way?
Wow.
Well, definitely a conversation needs to be had because it's not going to get any better.
Oh,
we all know that it's not going to get better if you do nothing or say nothing.
That's crazy.
What?
No. That's not crazy to have the conversation. That's just crazy to be in a relationship where you're dating someone that they're bad in bed.
It happens, man. Not everyone's.
It does.
Dumb.
I mean, not everybody's a porn star, man. You know.
Man.
So, I mean,
know
here's
of
the
several
thing:
couples
is like
they never have sex anymore.
That's fucked up.
what?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens.
Yes.
Didn't you
it
say
does.
that
does,
you were?
and-
Didn't you say you were married? You didn't have sex for like a year,
Oh yeah,
Miss Polly?
no, 5 or 6.
Yeah, it was close to 5.
5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
I
mean,
y'all sleep in the same
literally,
bed?
well, not for the last year,
Nah.
but regardless, here's the thing. And if a couple has trouble communicating, then it's hard. It's very difficult to approach that conversation. And because you don't want to piss off the other person, or hurt their feelings,
that's not the only thing going on either.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like if that's going on, that's not the only issue most of the time.
Yeah.
Right. There's other factors involved a lot of times. But if it's a new relationship and you need to still communicate, like if you're not satisfied and it's a relatively new relationship, but you still, like, maybe everything else is compatible, but you have a disconnect in the bedroom, then you need to have a conversation of, I really, really loved it when you hit that particular spot during sex.
Yeah, boy.
If you could hit this one over here, that would be even better. I think that, we could improve on it, or, something along. We used to kiss all the time, but now we don't kiss anymore. I'd really love to kiss you more during sex because it turns me on more.
They say that that is a huge issue with people that are very religious and they abstain from sex till marriage, and then they get along in every way possible and everything is great, and then they get married and have the wedding night and it is absolutely awful.
Yeah, dude, that's I'm a Christian and I go to church, but I know that it says not to have sex before marriage, but I agree. I mean, if you never had sex with your person and then you get married to them and then they suck, I mean, they're horrible in bed? That would suck.
How are you going to know, though?
Well, that's the whole thing.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Well, but if you, the thing is if you find, I mean, a lot of women don't find out until years later or time has passed that oh my God, that they're bad, that it's bad.
They got weak dick.
You know?
They got what?
Weak dick.
Oh, weak
dick.
Or, hey, I mean, it happens for guys, too.
Yeah, I mean, they may never know. I mean, if they've never had, either partner has never had sex before, how do they know it's bad?
Right.
That's so crazy. You're right.
But you know,
I mean,
you know that compatibility, though. You know, like when you're hooking up with someone, like you have good.
The thing is that they probably read.
Well, but no, I go back to what you said. It makes a lot of sense, though. If you don't have anything to compare it to, it's fucking spectacular.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, if you don't know what's good, if you're only used to like Hamburger Helper, you're not going to know what filet tastes like if you're just not used to it. Hamburger Helper is filet in your mind if you don't know any better.
This steak tastes nothing like.
But at the same time, it could be really bad in the fact that it hurts.
What?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Really?
You know,
ladies, I mean,
like if it's the first time she's ever had sex, and then here we come and we're gonna rip right through that hymen, it ain't fun.
Man,
I mean, she may be like, and we're never having that again.
Doesn't it always hurt the first time? From my understanding, I don't know for women.
Not necessarily, no.
But man, if you have never had sex,
if the hymen's been ruptured some other way, it may not hurt at all.
Bike seat. You know?
Well, I was thinking more along very active sports,
What active
gymnastics, horseback riding.
Oh, yeah. That would be horrible to be a virgin on your night. I know some people are like, oh, it's so special. That would suck. To be a virgin to your wedding night and not have anything to compare it to. I mean, that would suck.
Huh?
It's my opinion.
I think we can.
But at the same time, I think. Go ahead.
No, go. Continue your thought. Sorry.
Well, I was just thinking that every relationship, even those in a religious, where they're both virgins, there's got to be some type. Because I've known several. Like when I used to do parties, I would do bachelorette parties and I would do all kinds of parties for women. And there were occasions where I had a few virgins and they were like, well, we've done just about everything but. And that was really, truly the way that they tested their compatibility.
So what, like
I had
oral sex and stuff like that?
They were using God's loophole.
Yeah.
What was it that they would do but sex? Yeah. Everything like oral sex, all that? Or
they would oral sex, hand jobs, making each other, come, mutual orgasms, those type of things, so that they weren't exactly, they weren't having intercourse or penetrative sex.
I need to know.
But they were having everything else.
I need to know what a neutral orgasm is.
A neutral orgasm?
Mutual.
Oh, I heard mutual also.
All right. That makes way more sense. Thank you.
I'm sorry. So mutual. Yes.
I don't know. I think you're just setting yourselves up for failure. I think so. Because eventually, as everyone in here who's been married before, Spider, you've never been married, right?
Hell no.
Yeah.
He's not getting married.
I've never been married.
Well, but you've had sex before. So
what the fuck?
But I think that in marriage today, for the day you're a virgin, or maybe not. But no, I think like marriage is hard enough. And eventually, even if this is my 2 cents, I think even eventually sex gets harder to, I mean, it's good if you can have a good, healthy sex relationship. But eventually it gets harder and you're not having sex and then someone's eye wanders and whatnot. That's a natural thing that happens a lot of time. It's what you don't want it to happen. But I think you set yourself up for such failure. And I shouldn't be saying this, but because I just think that when someone's attention down the road starts going, they get flirted with somebody and whatnot, and they have sex with somebody else and they get to taste what filet mignon is. You're fucking yourself. I know it's a horrible conversation, so I'm saying it, but I just think
don't want to go back to the hamburger helper, man.
Not at all. And then Mr. Virgin, who's had one partner, or vice versa, you're fucked. Just saying.
Yep. That's why you're not supposed to do that.
Yep. I guess. Just slutty it up before marriage. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, let's go. Question of the day.
Oh, that wasn't it.
I thought that was too for a second.
The two posh girls ask the question of the day.
Is it a red flag if your significant other switches friend groups, drops friends easily, no like connection with friends, has no lifelong friends?
I think so. I mean,
some people just suck at making friends.
I don't know.
Well, and some friends suck.
Fair point.
I don't know.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know. Do you think it's a red flag?
If there is no friends, and I always say times change and whatnot, and you have friends, because you go through different life stages, so you have different friends in different stages of life. But if you have someone that never makes a friend and then doesn't ever cultivate that friendship ever.
No, just constantly running through other people.
Right. And always looking at new people to make what can they do for me kind of thing, because those people do exist.
Yeah.
That is a red flag for me. Yeah. Always has been. Yeah. I'm like, you're just using people.
No, I actually I said no, I don't think it does, but I agree. I disagree. I think it does. If you don't have at least one really good friend, I mean, it doesn't have to be someone you talk to all the time, but at least a friend that every so often.
I think it's important to make new friendships in whatever life stage you find yourself, and it's even better if you have old friends that you can always resort to. But that's not always possible. I have found it much harder in the United States to have friends, lifelong friends.
How old were you when you moved here?
How old was I when I moved here? 24.
Okay.
And I still have every single best friend from home that I had. But like I said, making best friends here is way harder than it was at home.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. Friends, people here are more used to moving. Mm-hmm. They're not so used to having the same people. They drop people easier. They don't take relationships quite as serious.
There's so many more people that you have options.
Yeah.
And I mean, the lifestyle here in the United States, it's okay. Like the parents are okay kicking their kids out at 18 and sending them off to different states. So I think the way people live and think is already different from a very young age.
Definitely a red flag if you can't keep any relationship. Like if you just have new friends all the time, that's cool. Like, but if you can't keep any of those friends, that says something about you.
True.
I agree.
Like I had a friend that told me, he's like, man, I'm not an asshole. I'm just confused. I was like, no, like you've been confused for 20 years. You're a fucking asshole.
Let me correct you. You're a dick.
That's funny. On that note, thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you.